Winter 1982. Catastrophic flooding at a state coal mine in Heilongjiang province killed 6 miners. Within 3 years, 7 villagers reported midnight sightings of coal-dusted miners, counting 1 to 6, then vanishing suddenly. All the witnesses died in accidents within a month. In 2023, during redevelopment of this abandoned mine, workers found 6 remains 30 meters down, plus old boots beside them, likely 7. In fall 2023, Zhang Haifeng stood at Xiuxi mine gate. Captain Lao Chen led him to a new machine pit, bones found there 3 days ago. At the pit bottom, 6 skeletons lay in a row, lamps and lunch tins scattered nearby. In the corner, work boots half buried in coal waste looked glaring. The coroner said, "Mine disaster victim." Lao Chen spoke low just now, but that pair of boots looks like someone took them off and placed them there. Besides, old Wang, who was on night duty last night, said he saw a figure in the pit counting. Counting? Count 1 to 6 repeatedly. Zhang Haifeng orders work continue. Reviews accident files. 1982 files note December 17th water inrush. 6 trap. Rescue stopped after 17 days as gas levels too high. But all rescue logs say the survivor count can't be confirmed. The last entry read, "Rescue operations cease today, but the tapping from underground continues." The coded tapping counted from 1 to 6, over and over again. Stranger still, 7 death reports said. Beyond 6 miners. Rescue Deputy Captain Liu Jianjun suffered a sudden heart attack and died 3 days after the rescue was called off. Kiji's note. Dying, he kept saying, "I failed to save one." He's counting. That night Zhang Haifeng woke to phone. Tech Xiao Li sent footage. In the pit, a corpse's finger twitched under the infrared lens. Following that, next to the pair of work boots, a trail of wet footprints gradually appeared, leading into the depths of the tunnel. The next day, Lao Chen told him a legend. Liu Jianjun insisted miners were underground. After he was forced out, he lost his mind. 3 days later he died at home, clutching a coal crystal carved with his wife's name. Jetstone? Something miners use as a talisman? Lao Chen's eyes flickered, black and sparkling. Just then, screams rose from the pit. The 6 remains shifted from flat to sideways, all turned toward the tunnel's depths. Those work boots had ended up on a corpse's feet. Zhang Haifeng then decided to descend the shaft himself. Lao Chen knew a vent shaft not still fully sealed. The 3 followed a wash tunnel down to level 2. Pooled water reached their ankles. At the 3rd level entrance, the passage meant to be sealed was freshly dug open, its rim lined with new claw scratches. Inside lay the disaster site. The roof had caved in, minecarts tipped, and watermarks on the rock wall showed the level once reached 3 meters high. Flashlights swept the rock wall. Zhang Haifeng breathed steadily. His arm was covered in fresh carvings, repeating the same sentence. "I am the 7. Boy, down below. They don't remember me." Tap. A knocking sound came from the depths. Tap, tap. 1, 2, 3. Xiao Li subconsciously counted out loud. The tapping continued to 6 and paused. Then a 7th tap sounded, muffled and wet, as if coming from underwater. The flashlight beam suddenly went out. In the rigid glow stick's eerie green light, they saw ripples spread ahead. A pale hand flickered underwater. They fled the passage. Zhang Haifeng saw a coal crystal chip on his pant leg, clearly etched with "wife" still. That night Zhang Haifeng burned with fever, dreaming he was trapped in a well. Water rose non-stop, and a voice said, "You're here, complete." Next day, every site clock froze at 3:07 a.m., the exact time that long ago water leak accident occurred then. Zhang Haifeng found the rescue team's old recorder at a nursing home. Man froze at 7th coal mine. "You found bones? 6 corpses, and a 7th pair of boots too?" The old man sighed. What was coming has come. That year, 7 went down to rescue. Deputy Captain Liu Jianjun led them. The 7. Yet only 6 came back up. Roll call always listed 6. Yet everyone swore a 7th came along, even describing Deputy Liu's every move down in the mine below ground. Later, Liu Jianjun died at home. But on the day of his funeral, some miners saw him down in the mine, soaking wet, counting. The old man lowered his voice. But the most terrifying thing was that Liu Jianjun had written the list of victims himself. If he was the 7th victim, then who wrote the list? Returning to the mining area, Zhang Haifeng lay awake all night. If Liu Jianjun died in the mine in 1982, how can there be boots new after 41 years? The coal crystal etched 7, and I'm the 7th carved on the rock. Everything pointed to a terrifying possibility. That 7th spot had always been empty, waiting to be acknowledged. At midnight, he walked alone to the machine pit, where coal ash and rust formed suddenly letters on the water below there. The 7th spot has always been empty, waiting for someone who believes. Once you've counted it, someone should sit down. Zhang Haifeng understood, took a coal crystal shard, placed it in the gap between the 6 remains and Kangdao, then counted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pointing at the 6 sets of remains. Finally, he pointed there. 7. The wind suddenly stopped. The words on the water's surface rearranged. Thank you. Now we are all home. The 6 sets of remains turned to dust and dissipated, and the light from the coal crystal dimmed. Next day, the pit was empty. Work resumed smoothly. No more mysteries. But Zhang Haifeng noticed that the newly built steps all had 7 stairs, and the streetlights were placed 7 meters apart. At the ribbon-cutting photo, the photographer said, "Mr. Zhang, why leave a gap? Step over right there. 7 people fit." Zhang Haifeng looked to his left. No one was there. But in the camera's preview frame, a blurry figure in work clothes appeared beside him. After the photo was developed, that spot was a light flare, but every viewer said this picture seemed to show 7 people. After the ruins opened, sharp-eyed visitors noticed a faint gouge beneath the 6th name on the mine disaster memorial list. Like an unfinished 7? The museum guest book sometimes held unsigned notes, written only in red ink. Now it's complete. Inside the mine disaster simulator's audio system, one clip still can't be deleted. 7 knocks from deep water. The 7th echoes bubbles popping. In Zhang Haifeng's study sat that coal crystal. At midnight, he sometimes heard 7 barely audible taps from it. He never went to check, only saying softly, "Good night, Deputy Liu." Mine night watchmen sometimes report 7 smokers in the memorial square at midnight, 7 red embers flickering. When they near, only 6 empty stone benches remain there. On the 7th stone stool sat a clean piece of coal crystal. On the stone stool's back, tiny words read, "Some things need no proof, only to be simply remembered. Count 1 through 6, plus me."